Another type of anemia that I want to talk about is iron loading anemia. And so iron loading anemia is where you have too much iron, but then you have anemia, meaning you have either low red blood cells, low hemoglobin. So anemia, really the definition of anemia is that you're not getting enough oxygen to your tissues. So maybe you're not getting enough oxygen to your tissues because you don't have enough iron to bind to the hemoglobin and then carry the oxygen to your tissues, because oxygen binds to iron on hemoglobin and that's what carries it through the tissues. Maybe you're not getting enough oxygen because you just don't have enough healthy red blood cells. Maybe you're low in red blood cells. And so a lot of people that are being treated for hemochromatosis will develop this iron loading anemia, which is where they have too much iron, they have an elevated ferritin from having too much iron, they might even have a high iron saturation still, and then they go through all of these therapeutic blood removals to get their iron levels down, and the result of that is that they not only are losing iron through those therapeutic blood removals, but they're also losing red blood cells and hemoglobin. And so they get low in red blood cells and hemoglobin, so they become anemic, but then they're still high in iron. So this is an iron loading anemia. And you see this very often in people that are being treated for hemochromatosis when their hematologist is only using blood removal as the primary treatment. Because if you remove a lot of blood very quickly, it will lower iron, but it will also remove all those red blood cells and hemoglobin, and the body doesn't have time to get caught up on it. So one of the solutions that you want to look at is look at my book, The Iron Curse, because in my book I go through all of the different ways that you can decrease the iron levels without blood removal. Blood removal is a great option. However, not everybody can do it for one reason or another. And if you can't, or even if you can and you just want to get your iron levels down faster, there's diet, lifestyle, and supplement options for lowering that iron without removing the red blood cells and hemoglobin. So look at my book, The Iron Curse, and watch the workshop at ironcurse.com.